In this video, I'm going to demonstrate how to declare a function that has a parameter and also how to call such a function. So let's begin by saving this code. I'm going to call this example2.html, and then I'm going to declare a function, and I'm going to call my function say hi to user. Okay, taking note of the uppercase, or what we call the camel case convention, where the first word has small letters, all of them, and the next or the subsequent words, they have an uppercase first letter. So that's what we call the camel case convention. Next is it's just a convention. It's not a requirement. It's just sort of like a way to type the code that pretty much everyone's following, or most people are following. Next is the pair of parentheses and the curly braces. Now, different from or compared to the previous example, or the first example that I made, in this case I'm going to put a parameter. I'm going to call this parameter person, and what I'm going to do here is I'm going to say alert, or let's change it to something else. Document.write hi there plus person. Okay, so now we have a function that doesn't return a value. So in this case, there's no return statement, and but in this case, we have what's called a parameter. A parameter is just a variable, but a parameter is a variable that's declared in the function's header. Okay, or another way of saying it is a parameter is a variable, but it's declared or created or defined at the beginning of the function, between the parentheses of the function header, which is this, and you can call that variable whatever you like. Now, the purpose of that parameter is to store, or to receive the argument that will be passed to this function. So just think of this for now as a container, much like any other variable. Next is we're going to call that function. So the name of the function is say hi to user, and then we put the parentheses. Now, because this function has a parameter, we need to put here an argument. An argument is a value or a literal. It could be also an expression that will determine the value that will be passed to the function. Okay, so you can think of your function as a robot, and um, when you use or when you invoke the function, in this case, this robot is designed to do its job only when you give it something, when you give it data. So in this case, this robot is expecting you that when you use it, that it's expecting you to give it the name of the person. So in this case, I'm going to put here Joel. Okay. So effectively, this is the argument. Okay, this is the value that I'm giving to the function, or so rather another way of looking at it is I'm asking the browser to go ahead and process or execute my function called say hi to user. But in the process, I want the browser to take this value and save it or put it inside this parameter that I have here in my function's declaration. Okay, now that's the only way I can send or give or pass information to my function when I use it. Okay, that's only done or accomplished via the help of a parameter. Now, if this variable was declared inside the function, meaning part of the script that's inside the function, this will not allow me to pass this data to this function. Okay, because this is just merely a regular variable that's part of the function's code, or the script inside the function. So what I want is to be able to pass the data to the function, and therefore I need to create a variable here. Now this variable could have been called p. or X, but I'd rather call it something meaningful, and I'm calling it person. All right, so let's see the effect of that. Okay, let's open this in the browser. Okay, so it says here now, hi there, Joel. Let's try that in Google Chrome. Okay, same thing, hi there, Joel. And pretty much the same thing with Firefox. Now, if we change this to, let's say, Dana, file save, open this in the browser. Okay, you see there, hi there, Dana. And we try that in Firefox. Okay, let me try that again. Let me refresh. Okay, so pretty much, hi there, Dana, same thing. So whatever you put here as a value, basically that's the argument, that's the data you're passing or supplying to the function. So when the browser runs or processes the code of the function, or the statements that you have inside the function, the browser will take whatever information that's in the parameter and then use it as part of your, well, as part of this statement right here. It's inside the function. So this is how you pass information to a function that has parameters.